Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. Happy Friday. It is the 4th of October. This is our weekly recap, goes out to subscribers and everybody on my email list as well as YouTube. Boy, what a week. First of all, if you're interested in learning more about me, please come visit me at smartoptiontrading.com. Click on real-time option flow, and it'll tell you everything I do. It's $25 for the first month, $100 every month thereafter. Cancel anytime. Do all the flow. Everything's delivered to you through Twitter, video every day, talking about what the day looks like ahead, what I'm watching, what I like, what I don't like. We recap the action during the night, so people who are swing trading can look at it. And every Thursday at 4, we do a mentoring webinar where I'm teaching, so it'll help you trade better. So that said, this week was not an easy week to navigate. Uh, Bottom line is we came into this week, and you go back here and it was unclear what was going on. And then we tried to break out, right? We had this cup and handle formation. We tried to break out on Tuesday morning, got very ugly data on manufacturing data, and we sold off hard. Now, if you're saying to yourself, I got trapped in this, then you need to be looking at the market a little bit differently. In this area, I started saying market's not acting right. We couldn't hit we hit an all-time high in the SPY. The ES didn't follow. And then we just started waffling around, not much going on. For a couple of weeks, I was saying careful. And then we stayed very name dependent, kept my swings down. Some of you guys swing more than me than others, and basically stayed mostly neutral here. All right. And then this day, when this happened, I didn't get caught. I hadn't chased into the numbers. I knew those numbers were coming shortly after the open. And I made a little bit of money short in that day, right? Then here's your big yank down. We gap down the next day. We go lower, and we look like we're about to die. Open up the next day down. We're selling off, going sideways, new data, sell off hard on more bad data. And then Trump tweets out about China, and then we're off to the races. And since then, we've gotten a day and a half squeeze. In the market, I said on this day, I thought we would actually make money. I thought we were going to finish the day up. And now here we are, having filled this gap and bounced right into what I would call the resistance zone, right? We filled the gap. Here's the 8-day, the 50-day here. And depending on what's going to happen, you're either going to blow through here and take out all-time highs, or we're going to create an H sell pattern or just chop around. So we'll see what happens on Monday. Bottom line is it does feel like the selling is alleviated. We have earnings coming up in a little over a week. We have China in town next week starting on the 10th. So there's a lot going on. And the one thing I'm going to tell you is the president, love him, hate him, whatever, he's going to talk China nonstop right now. And he's mentioned it on at least 3 separate times on 3 separate interviews on Twitter today. China deal's close. We could get a China deal. So, he's going to pump this market. This market's going to react to it. All right. So, not an easy week, but here we are, and things are still okay. Where do we go from here? Great. That was the question. What looks good from here? Well, a lot of names acting well. I'm going to do charts on Sunday. Google, nice 2-day bounce, looking a little bit better here. But really, there were a couple leaders. Apple has been a leader. All the way gap up on that news this morning and holding in here. We'll watch how this one handles this area up here. So Apple's been hanging better. Microsoft, okay, back in above the trend line after 2 days below it. Gap down, came back yesterday, nice move higher, still acting well. What else is acting well? Square, right back up to the top of this range, right to where, above where I sold it at, took my profits. Acting well, needs to break this range, but trying as it's coming into earnings. Micron had a very nice week, nice bounce, still weak after earnings, but trying to bounce up here. NVIDIA also acting well. Couldn't go today. Doji candle. We'll watch this one next week. When we look at flow this week was all over the place. The best flow was early this week. They bought the ATVIs on next week's 5250 calls, and they bought them into this. Obviously, it went lower, and then look at this move, and those things paid out very nicely in here. And, for me, I have an alert on it at 55.65 as we're heading into their game release. We've also had big flow this week into Momo, into next week's 34 calls as of yesterday. Still hasn't gone anywhere. This one's on watch, right? Along with the whole China section. Baba woke up as well, and JD. So these names are all on watch. SPY today, the 310 calls for December, over $20 million worth of them bought. So somebody betting on a move here to all-time highs. All right, so a lot of great action out there. We also saw some hedging on the VXX November 35 calls bought a couple days ago. Nice bet. If you're looking for a hedge, that's not a bad one to have, right? Why? Because they're not expensive. Now it's coming back in, they're even less expensive. But not the easiest of weeks to navigate. So for me, I always go share my trades with you guys here. I didn't do a lot this week. I'll be the first to tell you that I was very lame this week. And actually today I'm going to go home with a very small red day. And, one thing I'll tell you is that this happens. It happens when, you do a bad chase, and then you just don't get your head back in the game. But you look at it, I made money on VXX, not enough, but I made some. I made a nice trade on my Square swing. Bank of America, I sold calls and I took that profits out. That was a nice one. Boeing, took about $200 loss there. Grabbed those on the bounce, held them overnight, and they never just triggered. So, that happens. Crowd made my week, those couple trades on Crowd. Made nice money shorting Tesla. And I had one of these today and I took a $70 loss on Shop. And, it was, one of those trades you say you try and it didn't work. Why did I only take one? Well, because on Shop, I wasn't looking to get rich today. I was looking to make a couple $100. And Shop, when it goes, can go $10, right? So when it happened is when it cleared here, I chased. And it took me a while to fill, and I got filled high, and then it did this. First sign that I was in trouble. And, that's it. Bottom line is there were things to do today. Costco is another one. Costco is the one I regret today. Why not? Why is that? Because in here they bought the weekly calls on it, the weekly 390s right into here. And I didn't want to chase, and I should have, because look at that beautiful move right up into my resistance zone where it stopped in today. Bottom line, there were things to do every day in this market. A lot of names look like they're repairing. A lot of names look stronger here. Market popping into the close. Charts on the Saturday. I hope you guys all had a great week, and I'll see you guys all on Monday morning. Take care.